Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, today in this article, we got two articles that we're going to talk about, and this is due to the Batman universes. We have the Elseworlds Batman, and we have the DCU Batman. And let me tell you, it gets a bit complicated and everything, but you know, you have to get used to it. So let's go with this one. The Batman 2 update. Matt Reeves confirms filming timeline and script progress. So we know now that the script is done. The movie is coming out in 2027 of October. And right now it's confirmed, and I've read it right now, that Matt Reeves is going to start doing his shoot next year in spring. Could be the end of April to the beginning of May. So that is for certain. And already Robert Pattinson, he's got the script and he loves it. Colin Farrell, he loves it. So it looks like it's going to be good. Now, I watched The Batman in theaters and I enjoyed this movie. It's dark, but I liked it a lot because of the detective mode, dude. And Matt Reeves, he did the movie Seven. And I never saw the movie, but it was more of a detective thing going on. And Matt Reeves putting it in Batman, it really worked out, bro. Because you got to remember, man, in Batman, in the comic books, he was not known as the Dark Knight. He was not just known as the Caped Crusader. He was known as the world's greatest detective, like Sherlock Holmes. So, of course, we got that in there, in that aspect. And the cinematic Gotham City is dark. I liked it, Tim Burton's take on Gotham City. It was dark. And I liked it, Christopher Nolan's take. So, it's like I said, dude. They got the aspect of Gotham, but I kind of liked this one better, bro. This aspect. So, let's take a read at this article. Let's take a read and show you what we've got so far. So, Matt Reeves was spotted at the Emmy Awards on Sunday night, and he was supporting the Penguin, which was nominated for 24, and they won 9. So that is good for Matt Reeves. So here's what's going on. During the WGA strike, the script was not done. It was hard for them to get the script. But then, of course, it took them a while to get that script done and everything. It was supposed to come out on 2025, which was this year in October. But of course, we never got it until this year. We got the script. We finally, James Gunn finally got the script, and finally, the Batman 2 is ready to go. It's ready, so it will come out in 2027 in October. So far, it's looking good. So they were also worried if the Batman 2 was canceled, and it wasn't, and James Gunn confirmed that. So here is Variety asking Matt Reeves what's going on with the Batman 2. So let's hear from him. So let me just make sure you guys can see it. Yep. Okay, perfect. Here we go.
Let's talk about that next movie. Come on, the script is done. We're all excited. You start shooting March?
Yeah, we start shooting in spring. We'll shoot probably like April, end of April, beginning of May, something like that. But it's been a long journey, and I am so incredibly excited. I'm really, really proud of the script that Mattson and I did, and we're starting to share it with Rob. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but Rob,
you could say whatever you want.
Rob was super excited, and I really think that. I feel really excited about the idea that it's going to be that we feel like we can reach farther and do even more than we did in the first one, and I'm really excited to get back together with everybody that we made the movie with, and it's going to be fun. I'm super excited.
Yeah, and Colin Farrell was excited too. And Robert Pattinson. So Robert Pattinson, this is what he has here, because it didn't show much on what he said, but I can show you this right here. We can go over here right now in a moment. And let me see if you guys can watch. No, you can't. So I'm going to have to do this. So right here, it says here, Matt Reeves says Robert Pattinson kept the script for the Batman Part 2 after he finished reading it. We put the script into a secret pouch that literally has a lock on it with a code. Patterson was in New York at the time, and everything is high security. We really trust Rob because he's the best. So now I gotta say, bro, when Robert Patterson Robert Patterson was announced as Batman, I was like, oh no, not this guy. Dude, are you kidding me, man? They're gonna ruin the movie. The movie is gonna be ruined. But then, when the movie started and I watched it, I was like, he did good. He did a great job. I was like, way to go, Robert. Never knew he had it in him, bro. And then, of course, you got Colin Farrell. He says he's read the script and it's extraordinary. But of course, unfortunately, he is going to be in a small role this time and everything. So, so far that's what we have so far. And then you have Deadline asking Matt Reeves about the future of the Penguin series and everything. So let's take a peek at it. Let me see. All right, here we go.
We know that Colin's in it. Are we going to see Kristen Milioti, of course, in this one?
Kristen's not in this one, but that's good. That's because we were so deep into the script by the time we're in the show. So, but we'll see. I mean, I think she's incredible. What she did in the show is just astonishing, and what Lauren did in creating that character. I mean, creating this version of the character. Is so special, so it would be really exciting to do something with her. But she's not in this one, in full disclosure, just because we were so far along in the story that it was like, oh, gee, it might upset the apple cart, let's say, given where the story goes and what we were exploring. There are some things where it's like, oh, we'd love to do this, but actually that doesn't fit within where the story goes.
Fair enough. You got to follow the story.
Of course.
Are you still thinking about maybe another season of Penguin or not, but other stories, other TV shows to build out your Batman-verse?
Obviously, the priority at the moment has been getting the movie into prep. We are now in prep, so that is really what the priority's been. But from the beginning, I said that there were certain characters and certain things I wanted to do, and so I'm hoping now that that's in, those conversations will begin again in earnest. If we can find something that we think is truly a story that's better than the first and we're telling, then we know that Colin would be up for that. But short of that, he's not going to be up. None of us are going to be up for it. Lauren won't be up for it. We won't be up for it. So the answer is we'd love to do more things, but they have to be things that, first of all, fit within whatever. I mean, obviously, I'm not in control of all the business plans of DC, but I have things that I would love to do. I'll put it to you that way.
I trust in your judgment, Matt. Congratulations on the show. Excited for Batman Part 2. The conversation continues.
Yes,
thanks, buddy.
so much.
Yeah, it's like I said, dude. I mean, the Penguin series was good, but I was so concerned like this. Like, man, why are you trying to make these villain shows when you don't have Batman, dude? Without Batman, you can't have it. I mean, take Spider-Man, the Sony universe. They were trying to do villain movies without Spider-Man. You had Morbius, you had Kraven, you had Madam Web, and you had Venom. Now, Venom successfully got up to the trilogy, but it didn't make that much money because they changed a bit of Eddie Brock of who he is and everything and all that. His main one, he is a reporter, of course. He is a reporter, but it didn't show that he had rivalries with Peter Parker, so that's what was the sad moment there and everything. But for the other ones, Morbius, it was fine, and Kraven, but it would have been a lot better if they had Spider-Man in there. Now, Kraven would have been a lot better if they had Spider-Man, but Morbius, they try to make it accurate in the comic books and everything of what he had in his original solo comic book, but it really did not. It probably didn't really work out. It didn't make money, but at least it wasn't woke. That was the main important thing. So it was entertaining enough to watch. So then we have this right here. Andy Muschietti rumored off DCU's Batman film in The Brave and the Bold, despite James Gunn's claims. Now, we've heard the announcement Andy Muschietti is going to be doing Batman, The Brave and the Bold. Now, I was like, oh no, because this guy ruined The Flash. Now, it may not have been his fault. It probably was whoever wrote the script, which might have been him, but it could have been other things, Bo. But what really ruined the movie was because of Ezra Miller. He was crazed in the head, dude. Whatever medications he had, it just was not working. He's done a lot of violent activities, bro. And after him doing the Flash movie, he was out for Hollywood for a while. But he did appear in some awards ceremony and everything, bro. So I don't know if he's gonna come back, bro, because he cannot be trusted. And I'm sorry, it's gonna take him a while to redeem himself. But like I said, if Robert Downey Jr., which if you remember, Robert Downey Jr. did struggle during his time when he was young, but if he can redeem himself after he did with Iron Man 2, if he can redeem himself, I'm sure Ezra Miller could do the same. But we will see, bro. Ezra's still young. Maybe a chance for him. There is still maybe a chance for Ezra. But we shall see. We shall see. So, let's take a read of this article and you guys let me know what you think. So, the DC's ongoing gestating Batman, The Brave and the Bold project is once again mirrored in uncertainty. Rumors are swirling that Andy Muschietti, director of the disastrous The Flash, may no longer be steering the first Batman outing in James Gunn's rebooted universe. Yet Gunn himself has insisted Muschietti is still attached. I will tell you this, man. I'm going to say this. There has not been no script out. It's been too long. I think we've heard about this since 2023, I think, that Muschietti was announced doing the Batman Brave and the Bold, but we haven't heard anything. There has not been no script. There has not been nothing. No announced of who is going to be Batman. Now, there has been actors out there that would love to play Batman. There was Tyler Hoechlin. There was Brendan Scalar. There was now Alan Ritchson was wanting to play Batman and everything, but he understood that they need someone to be a Bruce Wayne and everything. So Alan Ritchson, he's got the body and he's got the temperament to be Batman, but he does not have that. It doesn't look like he doesn't have that charm in him to be Bruce Wayne. So it's understandable, bro. But he's got the muscles for it, dude. He's got it, dude. Because he works out a lot, and especially he's doing that show, Reacher. Now, I have to finish watching season 2 of The Reacher because I've been so busy right now, and season 3 is out there right now. And I heard they announced that season 4 is going to be out there, so I got a lot of catching up to do with that one. But there has been speculation of who is going to play Batman, dude. There is a lot. But so far right now, there has not been no script, so we don't know what's going to happen with him, bro. We don't know what's going to happen with Andy Muschietti, man, because he needs to find some way, man, because not only that, him and his wife, Barbara, they have not, I don't know if Barbara is his wife or sister, they have not spoken to James Gunn in over a year. And there was a podcast in the Hot Mic that it claimed that he was no longer going to be in the Batman movie. And right now, host John Rockoff finally responded that I told you he is not doing it. Why don't you listen? So, like I said, man, we don't know if he's going to be in it. We don't know if he's gone. And then the co-host, Jeff Snyder, sarcastically added that he didn't know what he was talking about. So, but this is surely not something John and I have been saying for 2 years. So, it's like I said, dude, it is complicated, bro. It is a bit complicated with Andy Muschietti and James Gunn, dude. And then, of course, you got the Ezra Miller controversy that happened, man, with him years ago. And like I said, dude, it's been a lot. And it's been messed up for Andy Muschietti, man, in his project. But like I said, dude, unless Andy Muschietti could get a script in time for him to do it, it's most likely that he's no longer going to do the movie, man. Because it's been about 2 years. There has been no script. There has been no casting who's going to be Batman. Nothing. No word, bro. I mean, people have been speculating if the Batman's Elseworlds movie is part of the DCU, and so far it's not. It's not. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. I don't know what's going to happen with this movie. So, it's like I said, dude. Andy Muschietti is in a lot of trouble, man. If he has not gotten a script yet, he will not get one. But like I said, he has been doing other projects in between the Batman Brave and the Bold, but there has not been no script. So unless he can come up with one, bro, I don't think this movie ain't gonna happen, bro, anytime soon. So we'll see. We'll see. So thank you all for watching this video. So please, by all means, share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Andy Muschietti's movie is gonna come to light? Or do you think it's not? Do you think it's right for Matt Reeves to do more spin-offs on these villains without Batman? You let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.